all about bees. Welcome, listeners. It's time to get cozy in bed. Close your eyes as we're about to learn all about honeybees and the secret life of their hive. Take a few deep breaths in and sigh them out fully. And start to imagine a peaceful, sunlit meadow where a bustling honeybee hive rests beneath the shade of a towering tree. Imagine for a moment that you are adrift in the tranquil sea of grass in a sun-dappled meadow. The sky above is a canvas of soft blues and gentle whites, where clouds meander lazily in the vast expanse. Below them, nestled at the foot of an ancient oak, lies a bustling community, a honeybee hive, thrumming with life. As you draw nearer, the soft hum of bees becomes a symphony of industry, a lullaby woven from the sounds of countless wings in harmonious motion. Warm sunlight filters through the leaves, dappling the ground with patterns of light and shadow, and carrying with it the sweet scent of wildflowers. You're no larger than a pebble now, a tiny observer floating on the breeze, drawn into the hive's embrace through its small archway entrance. The golden interior unfolds before you, hexagonal wax cells, each one a tiny chamber of purpose and promise, glowing with the stored sunshine of honey. A warm, earthy aroma of beeswax permeates the air, comforting and familiar. The queen bee resides here, her presence regal and serene. She's the heart of this microcosm, attended by a retinue of devoted workers who fuss over her with care. They feed her, groom her, and ensure her safety, a testament to their collective dedication. Around her, the hive buzzes with activity, each bee a cog in the grand mechanism of the colony. Their lives are a tapestry of roles, each thread as vital as the next. Nurse bees move with tender precision, feeding the future generations with royal jelly and pollen, ensuring the continuity of their society. In another corner, wax builders labor tirelessly. They secrete delicate flakes of wax from their own bodies, molding and shaping the very foundation of their world. Their work is silent but for the soft scraping of their movements, a masterclass in construction and repair. Outside, forager bees dart through the meadow, their legs dusted with pollen like gold dust. They are the gatherers of nectar, the seekers of sustenance, dancing through the air with the essence of countless flowers clinging to them. They return to the hive laden with their precious cargo, the fruits of their labor a gift to all. Wild bees stand vigilant at the entrance, a display of unwavering resolve. They are the protectors, the sentinels, each one prepared to defend their home against any threat. There is a beauty and a simplicity in their duties, a balance to their existence that is both soothing and inspiring. As you observe them, your mind grows calm, and the world outside the hive seems to slow down, inviting you to rest, to dream, to be at peace with the gentle hum of the hive as your guide into slumber. The sun dips lower in the sky, casting a golden hue over the meadow. Inside the bustling hive, our tiny observer hovers close to the regal queen bee. She is an emblem of serene leadership, her body a gentle arc amidst the waxen comb. Her antennae quiver with a subtle grace, each movement an imperceptible command to her devoted attendants. Nearby, nurse bees move with tender precision, their every action a testament to the care they bestow upon the future of the hive. They tiptoe from cell to cell, administering the life-giving royal jelly with a touch as light as the petal of a blossom. In the heart of this humming community, the wax builders enact their ancient ritual. They are architects and sculptors, their bodies instruments that exude the soft, fragrant wax. With meticulous strokes, they fortify the chambers that house both honey and heritage, ensuring the legacy of their kin is encased within strong hexagonal walls. Our gaze shifts to the entrance where the guard bees stand sentinel, their keen eyes surveying the landscape for signs of intrusion, their wings spread slightly, ready to take flight or fight at a moment's notice. a living shield safeguarding the hive's tranquility. And there, poised on the threshold of home and horizon, are the forager bees. With baskets full of pollen, they share whispered tales of abundant fields and blooms kissed by daylight. They perform their dance, a delicate ballad that maps the way to nature's bounties, choreographed by instinct and shared through the intimacy of movement. As dusk enfolds the world outside, a quiet reverence settles within the hive. The energy of day's labors transforms into a collective, soothing vibration, a lullaby woven from the very essence of their being, inviting both bee and listener to the coming embrace of night's repose. Close your eyes, my dear listener, and let the world around you softly fade into the background, as if nature itself is taking a gentle breath. In its place, envision a serene expanse where golden rays spill across a verdant meadow, casting a delicate glow that dances upon the petals of myriad wildflowers. In this tranquil oasis, beneath a grand tree whose branches whisper tales of yesteryear to the caressing winds, resides a bustling community, a honeybee hive with purpose and industry. The sun's tender touch warms the rough bark, creating a dappled haven for our small yet significant friends. As you draw nearer in your mind's eye, observe how the light filters through leaves, painting patterns on the ground and highlighting the comings and goings at the hive's entrance. Here, in this idyllic setting, the hum of activity resonates with a calmness that beckons you to witness the harmony of life within. Beyond the threshold of conscious thought, where the imagination mingles with the subtle rhythms of nature, allow the soft hum of bees to emerge as the central chorus in this tranquil symphony. A gentle rustle of leaves above plays a tender counterpoint, each movement an ethereal ballad performed by the unseen hands of the breeze. The air itself seems to carry the essence of serenity. Imbued with the warm scent of wildflowers, a mosaic of fragrances that unfurl and weave through the meadow's tapestry. In this moment, as your senses alight upon these delicate whispers of the natural world, we embark on a journey not just of the mind, but of the spirit. Here, within the comforting embrace of this auditory painting, lies our purpose, to explore the magical, harmonious world of honeybees. As we delve deeper into the hive's secrets, let it serve as an invitation to tranquility, a narrative spun from the threads of knowledge and the gentle caress of dreams. Imagine the bees, our tireless protagonists, embodying both diligence and grace as they perform their ancient dance of life. Each buzz and flutter is a testament to their dedication, a melody that lulls the listener into a state of restful ease. With every breath, feel yourself sinking further into a restorative slumber, cradled by the knowledge that you are witnessing the quiet majesty of nature's most meticulous artisans. As the story unfolds, let it be the balm that soothes your weary thoughts, allowing the serene pulse of the hive to guide you into a night of peaceful sleep. Let the harmony of these small creatures remind you that even in the stillness of repose, there is a world teeming with wonder, waiting to be discovered in the realm of dreams. Amidst the sun-dappled meadow, the hive stood as a monument to industrious serenity. The air, filled with the luscious aroma of nectar, beckoned one's senses to partake in the hive's concealed wonders. A sense of calm anticipation enveloped the atmosphere, as if the very essence of the hive pulsated with an invitation to witness the marvels within. Beneath the steady gaze of the towering tree, the queen bee, regal in her unhurried grace, presided over her domain. The gentle thrum of her subjects' wings was a testament to their reverence and unyielding devotion. She remained the heart of the hive, a sovereign whose mere presence elicited a symphony of diligent activity. Her attendants fluttered about, a dedicated retinue, each movement deliberate and purposeful. The soft brush of their bodies against each other, the tender exchange of life-sustaining sustenance, all whispered of a community bound by an unspoken covenant. They tended to their queen with such care. So seamless was their service that it seemed less a duty than a dance that had been performed through countless generations, each step imprinted in their collective memory. Together they wove the fabric of the hive's existence, each bee a thread contributing to the tapestry of harmony that hung invisibly around them. In this haven of hushed activity, the notion of time lost its meaning. Here the past, present, and future merged into a single, continuous moment, an eternal now where the rhythm of life beat in sync with the quietude of the world outside. As the scene closes, the hive stands as a bastion of tranquility, a gentle fortress where each bee plays its part in the grand design, and the queen, ever at the center, remains the embodiment of the hive's enduring spirit. Close your eyes, dear listener, and let your mind shrink to the size of a honeybee. With a gentle flutter of newfound wings, glide towards the hive, nestled in its tranquil abode beneath the dappled sunlight. The entrance beckons a portal to a hidden world small yet inviting. Pass under the arch of golden amber, brushing against the smooth, velvety edges worn by countless tiny visitors before you. Inside, the hive unfolds into a cavern of wonder, a kingdom built in shades of liquid sun. Behold the hexagonal wax cells, masterpieces of precision and practicality, each one a chamber brimming with the promise of sweetness. Observe how they glow, backlit by the soft light filtering through the hive's layers, casting an ethereal glow on the delicate dance of shadows and light. Inhale deeply and savor the warm, earthy scent of beeswax that fills the air, redolent of flowers and the faintest hint of vanilla. It is the aroma of home, of industrious serenity, telling tales of fields traversed and blooms visited in the pursuit of nectar. The rhythmic buzz envelops you now, a symphony of productivity that resonates through the walls of this living sanctuary. It is the sound of unity, of countless workers in harmonious concert, each contributing to the lifeblood of the hive. The vibration is almost tangible, a testament to the tireless spirit of the worker bees as they move with purpose, each a guardian of the hive's precious alchemy. Allow yourself to be carried by the flow of their energy, a tiny observer amidst a grandeur that thrums with the pulse of collective endeavor. Here, within the golden interior of the hive, exists a world of ceaseless devotion, a testament to the beauty of shared goals and the strength of community. Amidst the hum and hush of diligent labor, your gaze is drawn to the heart of the hive. There, on a larger, smoother comb, sits the queen bee, her elongated body a symbol of her royal status. She is the still point in this turning world of wax and honey, an embodiment of serene command. Her attendants encircle her with vigilant grace. Their movements are tender brush strokes of care, each action reflecting deep-seated loyalty. They tend to her every need, offering food with soft prophylaxis, a sharing of sustenance that speaks to the intimate connection between the queen and her subjects. The queen's antennae wave gently, brushing the air like the delicate hands of a conductor summoning music from an orchestra. Her presence is a lighthouse for the worker bees, guiding them through the complexity of their lives with the simplicity of her existence. Observe how her attendants measure each other's space with respect, forming a living mosaic around their monarch. They groom her, removing any speck of dust or stray pollen that has dared settle upon her regal form. Their antennae quiver with devotion, and in their touch, there is a quiet communication that assures the queen of her safety and the hive's unwavering commitment to her reign. In the midst of the constant activity that defines the hive, the queen remains a picture of tranquility. She does not buzz from cell to cell. Instead, She exudes a calm assurance that her purpose will be fulfilled through the unity of her colony. Even as an observer, you can feel the strength of her influence, the subtle force with which she steers the destiny of the hive. As the gentle hum of the hive resonates through the golden chambers, we turn our focus to the worker bees, each a cog in the grand machinery of the colony. These diminutive architects of nature's sweetness move with purpose and precision, their lives a testament to tireless dedication. From the moment a worker bee emerges from her cell, she is driven by an innate sense of duty. As a young adult, she begins her life inside the hive, assuming roles that are crucial for the survival of her community. Her first task is that of a cleaner, preparing cells for new eggs and ensuring the nursery remains pristine, a role she performs with meticulous care. She knows the future of the hive rests within these waxen walls, and so she scrubs and polishes with zealous attention to detail. In the following days, her tasks evolve. She becomes a feeder, producing a special food from glands in her head to nourish the developing larvae. With delicate proboscis, she dispenses this life-giving elixir, tending to the young with maternal gentleness. Each movement speaks of her commitment to nurture the next generation, a promise to uphold the cycle of life within the hive. The worker bee then transitions to the role of attending to the needs of the queen. Much like the attendants we have observed earlier, her service is one of silent reverence. She offers the queen food, using the same triphallaxis that bonds her to the rest of the hive. In these moments, the worker bee is more than a servant. She is a guardian of lineage, a keeper of the legacy that the queen embodies. As she matures, our worker bee takes on more outward-facing responsibilities. The hive calls upon her to seek out water, essential for cooling the hive and thinning honey. She ventures forth briefly, learning the landscape that surrounds her home. There is a poignant bravery in her flight. Her wings beat against the wind, a soft whisper of the adventures that lie ahead. She returns not just with sustenance, but with stories etched into her memory. With each venture she grows bolder, until the day comes when she assumes the mantle of a forager. Now her journeys take her further into the embrace of the meadow, where flowers bloom with promises of nectar. She dances from petal to petal, sipping from the wellspring of flora, collecting pollen that clings to her like tiny golden crowns. When she brings her harvest back to the hive, her dance takes on a different form, an intricate ballet of angles and vibrations. The waggle dance is a marvel of communication, a map drawn in movement that guides her sisters to the treasure she has found. It is both an art and a language unique to their kind, binding them together in the pursuit of sustenance. As they work, guarding the entrance or ventilating the hive with synchronized wing beats, each worker bee pulses with the life force of the colony. They are individuals, yet united in purpose, each fulfilling their destiny as a page in the ongoing saga of the hive. Soaring through the air, the workers' silhouettes against the setting sun is a reminder of their ceaseless devotion. Even as night approaches, their labor continues, a never-ending cycle that is the heartbeat of the hive. And thus, the story of the worker bees unfolds, a rhythmic chant that lulls the listener deeper into a world ruled by harmony and shared dreams. Delve deeper into the heart of the hive, where life begins anew in the muted glow of waxen chambers. Here reside the nurse bees, devoted caretakers cradling the future of the colony within their gentle embrace. With a tenderness that belies their industrious nature, these nurturing souls move from cell to cell, each motion a delicate whisper in the hushed nursery of larvae. Watch closely as one nurse bee dips her head, secreting royal jelly from her glands. She offers this rich, milky sustenance to a tiny larva curled within its hexagonal cradle. A second helping follows, laden with pollen, a testament to her ceaseless dedication. Her every action is a silent lullaby, ensuring that the young will flourish under her watchful eyes and tender care. Beyond the nursery's borders, another group of workers engages in an alchemy all their own. The wax builders are architects and sculptors, their bodies factories of creation. Witness the subtle flexing of abdominal segments as they excrete delicate flakes of wax, a raw material harvested from their very essence. With deft movements, these artisans mold and shape the wax, repairing old combs and crafting new ones. Their precise maneuvers add structure and strength to the hive, each addition a note in the grand symphony of construction. They labor in unison, a seamless ballet of purpose and design, their commitment as unwavering as the walls they fortify. The nurse bees and wax builders, though different in their roles, are connected by invisible threads of mutual dependence. Together they weave the fabric of the colony, a tapestry of care and creation that envelops the listener in a cocoon of calm. Their work, silent yet eloquent, forms the foundation upon which the hive's harmony is built, a melody that lulls the soul into tranquil repose. In the tender light of dawn, a forager bee embarks on her daily quest. The meadow awaits, a vast canvas painted with the blush of wild flowers. She dives into the heart of blossoms, immersing herself in their vibrant hues and sweet fragrances. Each flower is a world unto itself, offering up its nectar as she dances from petal to petal. Pollen clings to her legs, golden grains amassing like tiny treasures. This diligent forager is an alchemist, transforming floral bounty into the lifeblood of the hive. The sun climbs higher, casting a gilded glow over her tireless journey. With sacks heavy and hearts full, the foragers wing back towards their home, each arrival a silent triumph. They carry the essence of the fields, a sugary elixir destined to become honey, the liquid gold that fuels their kin. Yet not all who wander are welcome at the hive's entrance. The guard bees stand vigilant, antennae quivering, decoding the subtle chemistry of scent that separates friend from foe. They are sentinels, each one poised with a fierce dedication to their sacred charge. When strangers approach, a guard's stance stiffens, wings ready to buzz, warning those who dare to encroach upon their hallowed threshold. Together, the forager and guard bees embody the spirit of the hive. One seeks sustenance beneath the open sky, the other ensures the sanctity of their shared abode. As the day unfolds, their roles intertwine, a symphony of survival played out in the gentle hum that resonates from the heart of the honeycomb. Within the sun-dappled sanctuary of the hive, a rhythm unlike any other unfolds. It's a dance both precise and whimsical that tells a tale of abundance waiting beyond the waxen walls. A forager bee, her body alight with the sun's own gleam, begins to move in earnest upon the comb's rough stage. This is the famed waggle dance, a marvel of nature's communication, as delightful as it is efficient. The dancer shakes her abdomen from side to side, waggles aplenty, then loops around to start anew. Each vibration, each circuit, each angle precisely measured against the invisible compass of the sun's position. With every step, she encodes directions to the flowery feast she has discovered, a map inscribed in movement for her sisters to follow. Her audience, antennae tuned to the subtleties of this kinetic language, watch with rapt attention. They decode the duration of the waggle, translating it into distance. They note the angle of her dance against the vertical frame of honeycomb. Discerning direction, gravity becomes their guide, the down of the comb pointing towards the sun's arc across the sky. The dance is science, pure and elegant, but to the observer it carries the weight of a fairy tale, where tiny creatures speak in codes of shimmy and shake. It is charming choreography in which each step spells survival, a ritual passed down through countless generations, ensuring that no flower's gift is lost, that no nectar's sweetness is left untasted. And so, with the waggle dance complete, new foragers will take flight, hearts buoyed by the promise encoded in their sister's steps. They depart on an invisible thread stretched between the hive and the wild meadows, another journey guided by dance and dedication in the secret life of the honeybee hive. Amidst the harmonious drone of the hive, a different kind of bee moves with a singular purpose. Broad-shouldered and ambling, the drone bees are the quiet custodians of the future, their presence in the hive essential yet unobtrusive. Unlike the tireless work of bees, these male bees have a sole duty that is crucial to the survival of their world: to mate with the queen. In the golden glow of the hive's interior, a drone emerges from the congregation. His large eyes, designed to spot the queen during flight, scan the combs around him. There's a stillness about him, a patient waiting that belies the importance of his role. He does not collect pollen or nectar, he does not contribute to the wax construction. But without him there would be no future generations to continue the delicate work of the hive. The drone navigates through the hive's bustling corridors with an unhurried grace, conserving his strength for the moment he will take to the air in pursuit of the queen. His wings, larger than those of his female counterparts, will carry him on the most important journey of his life during the nuptial flight. He is ready. The instinct that drives him is as old as the flowers themselves, and when the time comes, he will join his brethren in the air, each one vying for the honor to ensure the hive's lineage. It is a dance of destiny high above the meadows, where the queen will choose her suitors, and, in doing so, secure the next chapter of the hive's legacy. For now, the drone waits, conserving his energy, a silent observer amidst the industry of thousands. His story is a brief but pivotal verse in the ballad of the hive, a testament to the intricate balance of roles that sustains this complex, beautiful society. The sun casts its final golden rays over the meadow as twilight approaches, and the drone bee feels the subtle shift in the air. His day has been one of patience, a vigil held within the confines of the honeycombed walls. There is no task for him among the nectar-laden journeys of his sisters. His purpose lies elsewhere. Within him stirs an ancient calling, a singular drive that eclipses all else. The life of a drone is measured not in seasons but in fleeting moments of profound significance. He exists for the queen, for the future of the hive that hums around him, a future he will shape in the briefest of encounters high above, where the earth seems a distant memory. His large eyes, attuned to the slightest movement, catch the readiness of his kin, fellow drones who will join him in the urgent pursuit of destiny. Their lifespans, mere pages in the history of the colony, will culminate in the noblest of sacrifices. They are the unsung architects of tomorrow, their genetic legacy carried forward by the queen's new brood. There is no hesitation in his beating wings as the drone senses the time drawing near. The air within the hive grows cooler, signaling the end of the day's foraging. It is almost time for the flight that will define his existence. In the sanctum of the hive, he is surrounded by the fruits of tireless labor cells brimming with honey. The brood carefully tended by nurse bees, the ceaseless devotion of those who maintain this living mosaic. Yet his contribution lies beyond these waxen walls. As nightfall blankets the land, the drone, alongside his brothers, readies himself. They are the silent heroes of the hive, their brief lives a testament to the enduring cycle of growth and renewal that thrives in this hidden kingdom of amber. Tonight, the air will thrum with the resonance of their dedication, a symphony of wings carrying them towards their fate, ensuring that the heart of the hive beats strong into the future. Amidst the gentle hum of the hive, a single drop of nectar glistens at the tip of a forager bee's mouth, the liquid treasure, hard-won from the heart of a wildflower, is more than mere sustenance. It's the foundation of an alchemy that unfolds within the golden walls of the honeycomb. The forager, her wings still dusted with pollen, approaches a receiver bee assister in service. With exquisite care, the nectar is transferred from one to another, a delicate exchange perfected by evolution's patient hand. The receiver bee accepts the offering, the weight of the future resting on her slender legs. Her antennae quiver, tasting the sweetness that holds the promise of transformation. In the depths of the hive, the nectar begins its metamorphosis. Passed from bee to bee, it is enriched with enzymes, its essence altered with each tender interaction. The bees work in harmony, their motions a dance as old as the flowers themselves. Each member of this living tapestry has a part to play, and together they weave the very fabric of their existence. As the nectar travels through this chain of guardians, it gradually loses its watery sheen, thickening into a substance of pure gold. At last it reaches the honey cell's hexagonal cradles where miracles transpire. Here, under the watchful eyes of the worker bees, the nectar is deposited with reverence into its waxen chamber. Time now becomes the ally of the hive. Within the cells, the nectar is left to rest, the warmth, the colony coaxing away excess moisture. What was once a fleeting sweetness in the throat of a flower transforms, cell by cell, into the rich, viscous honey that will sustain the hive through the unforgiving winter. In this quiet corner of the world, the bees continue their labor, unaware of the beauty they impart upon the earth. They do not pause to contemplate the elegance of their craft, nor do they seek glory in their toil. Yet, in the simple act of making honey, they achieve a harmony that resonates beyond the hive, a testament to the power of shared purpose and collective endeavor. The dance of wings stirs the air within the hive, each vibration a note in an ancient symphony. Bees cluster at strategic points, instinctively understanding their role in this critical concert. They fan fervently, an assembly of tiny alchemists regulating the temperature with precision born from eons of intuition. The hum of their labor is not just a sound but a lifeline, maintaining the delicate balance needed to preserve the precious honey, and, indeed, their very future. In this moment, there is no individual, only the collective, only the hive, moving as one organism with a multitude of beating hearts. The warmth they create does not simply linger within the waxen walls, it radiates outward, a testament to their unity. Outside the thrumming world of the hive, the forager bees embark on a different kind of dance. Their flight patterns sketch invisible trails across the sky, connecting flower to flower in a web of potential. As they delve into the blooms, dusted in pollen like goldsmiths coated in fine metal shavings, they become agents of life. Each visitation, seemingly insignificant, is a brushstroke on the canvas of the environment pollinating the world. With gentle proboscis and soft touch, they coax the flowers to yield their nectar, and unknowingly, they tie the knot of symbiosis. The plants offer their liquid treasure, and in return, the bees carry the promise of continuation, the potential for fruit to swell and crops to burgeon. It is in this exchange that fields come alive, orchards bear fruit, and wildflowers paint the meadows with unending color. Thus, the bees, in their ceaseless endeavor, not only sustain their kin within the hive, but also nurture the vast garden that is the earth. Every action, every flight laden with pollen, enriches the world, threading the needle through the fabric of nature's grand tapestry. Here, under the sun's benevolent gaze, the bees fulfill their role, guardians of growth, shepherds of abundance, and keepers of an equilibrium that feeds all creatures great and small. As dawn's first light casts a golden hue over the meadow, the hive stirs from its nocturnal stillness. Our gaze focuses on a singular bee, her wings quivering with the anticipation of the day's work ahead. With meticulous care, she grooms herself. Legs brushing over antennae, aligning each delicate sensory hair to catch the subtlest of signals. This forager, charged with the vital task of gathering, is a marvel of nature's design. Her body, a vessel fashioned for flight and collection, sets out from the hive as the sun climbs higher. The world outside is a mosaic of flora, each bloom an opportunity, each petal a possible bounty. She alights upon a blossom, its petals unfurled in invitation. The dance between flower and bee is intimate and purposeful. As she probes the flower's depths, her body becomes dusted with fine pollen grains. This tiny forager is unaware of her profound impact on the environment, yet she carries on, driven by instinct and the needs of her colony. Her hind legs, adorned with baskets brimming with collected pollen, are testament to her success. Yet she doesn't pause to bask in the glory of her treasure. There is urgency in her mission. She flits from one flower to the next, a tireless seeker of nectar, the sweet liquid that will sustain her sisters and fuel the alchemy that turns it into honey. The sun arcs across the sky, marking time in shadows that stretch and contract beneath her as she moves. The forager's path intersects with those of other bees, each on their own quest, yet all connected in purpose. They are individual notes in a symphony, separate yet harmonious, composing the melody of survival. With her cargo secured and energy stores depleted, the bee points herself homeward. Her return to the hive is not just an end to her journey, but a continuation of life within the waxen walls. Each drop of nectar and every grain of pollen play a part in the hive's future, ensuring that the queen will lay eggs, the brood will be fed, and the colony will thrive. In the sanctity of the hive, our forager deposits her day's labor into the communal pantry. The transformation of nectar to honey is a natural wonder, a process facilitated by the collective effort of many. It speaks of unity, of shared goals, and of a life where the well-being of the community triumphs over the individual. As the sun begins its descent towards the horizon, signaling the close of day, the hive buzzes with the fruits of labor. The forager, her duty fulfilled, finds solace in the thrumming heart of the colony. Among her sisters she rests, her breath syncing with the pulse of the hive, ready to rise again with the new dawn and continue the cycle that sustains them all. As dawn's first light seeps into the meadow, it finds our forager bee already aloft. With delicate wings beating in a blur, she navigates through the crisp morning air. The world is awash with the gentle hues of sunrise, painting everything in soft pinks and golds, an awakening palette that guides her to the fields beyond. She flits from flower to flower, a tireless dance dictated by an instinct as old as the blooms themselves. Her tiny legs brush against stamens, collecting pollen like minute grains of gold dust, while her tongue laps at the nectar, nature's sweet elixir. Each action is purposeful, each choice a contribution to the hive's well-being. She is a solitary figure in the vastness of the field, yet tethered by an invisible thread to the life force of her colony. Throughout the day, the sun arcs across the sky, a silent sentinel to the forager's ceaseless endeavor. The warmth intensifies, coaxing more fragrance from the flowers, more buzz from the bees. The meadow pulses with life, a canvas of motion and sound that soothes even as it energizes. As the sun begins its quiet descent, the forager's shadow lengthens upon the petals, signaling a time for rest. One by one, her fellow bees take their leave of the flowers, their silhouettes etched against the reddening sky. Our forager bee, too, turns homeward, her body heavy with the harvest of the day. The meadow breathes a sigh as dusk enfolds it, the vibrant colors of the day giving way to the muted tones of twilight. Here, in the tranquil transition between day and night, the bee's labor slows and serenity blankets the landscape. Upon reaching the hive, our forager bee passes through the familiar entrance, her wings still whispering of open skies and floral bouquets. Inside, the hive glows faintly with the collective warmth of the colony, a comforting embrace for the weary travelers returning from their day's work. There, in the dimming light of the hive, our forager finds her place among the others. They huddle together, a living tapestry woven from thousands of tiny bodies, each one essential, each one cherished. The hum of the hive lulls them, a natural lullaby that speaks of safety and home. And so, as night claims the meadow and stars prick the velvet darkness above, the forager bee settles into the rhythm of rest. Her breathing becomes one with the subdued cadence of the hive, a testament to a day well spent in the endless cycle of the hive's existence. The world outside fades, a distant memory as the hive's symphony cradles the weary forager. She feels the vibrations through the waxen floor and walls, the steady, thrumming pulse of life that is the heartbeat of her universe. There is no need for the sun's rays here. Their day's labor has harnessed its energy, distilled into liquid gold, stored within the hexagonal chambers that surround them. Beneath the comforting cloak of night, the forager bee's antennae brush softly against those of her sisters, an intimate exchange of touch that whispers of unity and shared purpose. Each movement is delicate, a subtle dance that honors the quietude enveloping them. The coolness of the evening seeps gently into the hive, but it does not disturb the sanctuary they've built, for within these walls they generate a warmth not just of temperature, but of kinship, a warmth that says all are welcome, all belong. As the last tendrils of daylight surrender to the shadows, the forager bee finds solace in the collective embrace. Her wings fold neatly against her abdomen, her body nestled against the familiar forms of her hive mates. They are many, yet they breathe as one, a singular entity bound by loyalty and love. In this closing moment, the hive exists as a whispered promise of tomorrow, a promise that each bee will rise again to the call of flowers and fields, to the dance of the winds, and to the sacred duty that sustains their world. But for now they rest, enfolded in the dreamy farewell of today, embraced by the silent lullaby of their own making. The hive's gentle murmur ebbs and flows, a tender symphony of serenity that fills the night air. Imagine this soft hum as nature's lullaby, its melody weaving through your thoughts, cradling them in a soothing cadence. Let it guide you, ever so gently, toward the cusp of dreams, where the world fades and peaceful sleep awaits. Now allow your breath to synchronize with the quiet rhythm of the hive, each inhale drawing in tranquility, each exhale releasing the day's remnants. With every cycle, feel yourself sinking deeper into the embrace of restful slumber. In this tender moment, as you stand at the threshold of wakefulness and dreams, whisper with me a closing thought. As you drift off tonight, let the harmony of the hive remind you that even the smallest actions can create beauty and balance in the world. Allow these words to resonate within you, to settle like pollen upon the canvas of your mind, painting a picture of interconnectedness and purpose. Sleep now, embraced by the knowledge that every little deed contributes to the grand design of life, just as each honeybee plays a vital role in the splendor of the hive. Good night, and may the unity of the bees inspire your dreams. As the hushed whispers of the night continue to cradle your senses, you find yourself floating on the gentle currents of knowledge and repose. In the heart of the hive, the bees' diligent work shadows the moon's ascent, a quiet diligence in the velvet darkness. The dance of their labor, once a lively ballad in the daylight, now becomes a tranquil mime movements purposeful, yet softened by the cloak of night. Their wings, delicate fans of life, stir the air with the faintest brush, a silent testament to the ceaseless commitment that sustains the hive. Envision the honeycomb, each cell a golden chamber of sweetness and sustenance. The nectar, once a mere whisper of a flower's gift, transformed through tireless effort into a viscous symphony of taste. This transformation, a marvel of nature's alchemy, unfolds beneath the moon's approving gaze. Feel the wisdom of the hive imbue your mind as you absorb the essence of these tiny architects of Earth's splendor. Their existence, a mosaic of service and survival, paints an intricate picture, a lesson in harmony and the understated power of unity. As sleep beckons, let this knowledge be the vessel that ferries you across the threshold of consciousness. Allow the facts you've learned to merge with the imagery that soothes, creating a latticework of comfort and curiosity in your resting mind. Rest now in the assurance that the secret life of the honey-bee hive has been revealed not just to inform, but to provide solace. And as you surrender to slumber's tender grasp, remember that both wisdom and wonder have found a home within your dreams tonight.